The case of Joseph Augustus Zarelli, widely known as the boy in the box, is one of America's most tragic and haunting cold cases, remaining unsolved for over 6 decades before finally being resolved in 2022. On February 25, 1957, a college student named Frederick Beninis was walking through a wooded area in Fox Chase, Philadelphia, when he stumbled upon a cardboard box discarded near Susquehanna Road. Upon closer inspection, he discovered the naked and emaciated body of a young boy wrapped in a cheap flannel blanket. Horrified, he immediately alerted the authorities. The child, estimated to be between 3 to 7 years old, had blue eyes, light brown hair, and weighed only about 30 pounds, indicating severe malnutrition. His hair appeared to have been hastily cut, possibly after death, and his body showed multiple bruises, scars, and signs of long-term physical abuse. Some scars suggested past medical procedures, including a surgical scar on his groin and another on his ankle. Investigators also noted that hair clippings were still stuck to his body, leading them to believe that he had been bathed and groomed post-mortem before being placed in the box. The cardboard box itself was traced back to a JCPenney store, where it originally contained a bassinet, but investigators were unable to identify who had purchased it. The case quickly gained national attention, with police distributing flyers featuring the boy's image across the country. Despite extensive media coverage, no one came forward to identify him. Over the years, numerous theories emerged regarding the child's identity and how he had met his tragic end. One prominent theory centered around a foster home located near the crime scene, run by Arthur and Catherine Nicoletti. Some speculated that the boy may have been in their care and had died due to neglect or abuse, but no concrete evidence ever linked them to the crime. Another theory came forward in 2002 when a woman known as M claimed that her abusive mother had purchased the boy and later killed him in a fit of rage. While her story matched certain details of the case, authorities were unable to verify her claims, and M was considered mentally unstable. Another theory suggested that the boy could have been part of a traveling circus, abandoned, or murdered, but no missing child reports matched his description. Despite multiple efforts over the years, the case remained cold. In 1998, forensic experts attempted to extract DNA from the boy's remains, but the technology at the time was insufficient. However, in 2019, another exhumation allowed investigators to retrieve a usable DNA sample. Using advanced genetic genealogy, the same method that had led to the arrest of the Golden State Killer, authorities finally traced the DNA to living relatives. On December 8, 2022, police publicly announced that the boy in the box had been identified as Joseph Augustus Zarelli, born on January 13, 1953. His birth certificate revealed the names of his biological parents, though law enforcement chose not to disclose them to the public. While both of Joseph's parents were deceased, he had living siblings who had never known of his existence. Despite finally uncovering his identity, the circumstances of Joseph's death remain unknown. Authorities believe that he was murdered, but no one was ever charged in connection with the case. The fact that his biological parents never reported him missing only deepened the mystery, raising suspicions that someone within his family may have been responsible for his death. Over the years, the case had become one of the most well-known unsolved crimes in the United States, and before his identification, Joseph's tombstone simply read, "America's Unknown Child." After the breakthrough in 2022, his grave marker was updated to bear his real name, finally granting the young boy the identity he had been denied for over 65